Greetings, everyone. My name is Lakeisha Fluker, and I am the excited new principal of Susie Dasher Elementary STEM School, where we are the Imagineers, and here we know if you can believe it, you can achieve it. We are so excited to prepare for you all for August 7th, the first day of school, and we just look forward to working with you all and having a fabulous year. Don't forget, open house is August 5th, and that's going to be from 12 o'clock until 2 o'clock. So make sure, kids, you get your parents, grandparents. We want to welcome everyone. We want you to seek all of the great things that we are anticipating happening this year.
Hello everybody, I'm Pilar Archila with Pure Gold. I'm having David Roberts as my guest today, and David is the owner and operator of the Chick-fil-A right here in our own town, the franchise Chick-fil-A. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for accepting my invitation, and isn't that wonderful that you do not work on Sundays?
Oh, very much so. We're so glad to be a part of Chick-fil-A and have been so now, and I wanted to tell you this is our 20th anniversary this year of being in Dublin, so we're excited.
It was like yesterday that you guys opened here in Dublin, 20 years.
20 years has gone very quickly.
But let me tell you, we love having you here.
Thank you.
It's a great choice when you want to eat out and eat something nice. I was telling David that this past week I was babysitting my grandchildren, and I asked them, where do you want to go out and have something to eat? And Chick-fil-A was their choice.
That's right. We start them young. So.
Yeah. I need to share with all of you something that I don't know if you remember, but there was this business after hours around Christmas time at the Chamber of Commerce.
I remember.
And David had the most beautiful Chick-fil-A Christmas tie. And I just compliment his tie. I mean, I thought it was so cute. Next thing he does, he take the tie and give it to me. I still have that tie.
Do you? Okay.
I love it. I will not give that tie to anyone. I let my son and my husband to borrow the tie, but it's my tie.
Oh,
It's
very nice.
gorgeous. Very nice, and very, very nice of you to do that. I'll never forget that.
It's our pleasure.
David, are you from here, from Dublin?
No, I was actually born in Folkestone and raised up in Savannah, and married a girl whose parents were from Soperton. She was actually raised in Texas, the former Dina Smith, and we met at Georgia Southern and ended up back in Soperton, and then when we got Chick-fil-A, ended up here. So
That is great. She happens to share my birthday.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Now, I was born before she was, so she just copied me.
Okay.
October 25th.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yes. Well, you met her in
Georgia Southern.
Statesboro, Georgia Southern, but you happened to be, well, she happened to be from this area.
Her parents were retiring back to Soperton after having a business in Texas for 20 plus years, and so that's why she ended up coming to Georgia Southern rather than going to school in Texas.
Uh-huh. Now, why did you end up getting Chick-fil-A as a franchise?
When I got out of college, had a business degree, ended up going to work for Lockheed Missiles and Space at the Kings Bay Sub Base in St. Mary's, Georgia.
Yes.
Did
that's
that for
a
about
beautiful place.
5 years, and just felt the calling to go somewhere else, and my wife and I ended up opening a restaurant in Mount Vernon.
Oh.
Her roommates from college's dad had a available building that was a restaurant right next to Bruton Parker, and I had a roommate in college named Doodle, and so after trying several names, we ended up with the name of Doodle. Well, Doodle was also the original chicken mascot of Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
And so we named the restaurant Doodles, ran it for a few years, and in the meantime we realized we wanted to try and do something, better, and So we ended up applying to Chick-fil-A, and they didn't really have any plans to put a store in the area right now. And so we waited for a little while, and one day I got a phone call out of the blue, and it was Chick-fil-A, and said they were coming to Dublin and wanted to know if I was still interested. And I said, absolutely. So went through the interview process and was selected. And one of the things was Doodles. They had kept the name and saw that on our application and said, we got to get this guy in here and figure out what he's about. So
Yeah, what's going on? What happened to the restaurant?
the former restaurant,
Right.
we had sold it, and I think it's been sold again. I think it's a Chinese place now.
Oh, but it's
Yes.
still a restaurant.
It's
with
still a
different
restaurant.
name, but it's,
Mhm.
it's a Chinese place.
Correct.
Now, Doodle was chicken, or it was
He was the chicken mascot.
no, but I mean the food that you served.
Oh, the
there.
food. It was kind of like a Applebee's without the alcohol, and we had sandwiches and burgers and appetizers, and my wife and I ran that, and then she bailed on me later on and opened up a personal care home for the elderly in Soperton. They did that for a few years before she sold it and became a stay-at-home mom.
Well, that's a very hard job too.
Hmm.
You know, when you
Very
have
much so.
children. Yeah, it's very hard. Is it difficult for you to commute every day to come to Dublin, or you're used to it by now? Well, it's not that far though.
No, we just live out in the country out toward Lothair and enjoy, get a chance to wind down being out in the country.
Yes. How many kids do you have?
We have 3 kids, all adopted, and have my oldest starting college this fall, and
I just
one in high
love
school
that.
and one in elementary.
You know, I interview, every time I interview someone that I know their kids, or at least I knew their kids when they were little, I'm shocked. About to start college.
It's amazing.
My goodness.
Time flies very quickly.
Well, you know my son Felipe.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he
Yes.
even did an internship with
Mhm.
Chick-fil-A. He's out of college. He's doing great. He's working, and I just cannot believe where the time went. It's just crazy. When you started 20 years ago with Chick-fil-A, were you a member of the Chamber of Commerce?
The chamber was one of the first things we wanted to belong to, because we knew coming into town that we wanted to establish roots and
Yes.
get involved, and so that was one of the first places we went to go to the business after hours, and wanted to get my feet grounded first before we got involved as far as the board and participating, but that came along next.
Well, we're going to take a very short break. Don't go away.
Okay.
Please don't go away. We'll be right back.
At last year's Rib Cook-Off, Sonny's Pitmasters put their skills to the test. But this year, the competition really heated up. The turnout was bigger, the stakes were higher, the teams were tougher. And while only one emerged victorious, we all get to reap the rewards. Come try this year's competition-winning ribs at Sonny's Barbecue for a limited time only. Served with 2 sides and bread for $13.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm here with David Roberts, Chick-fil-A. I think everybody knows him. Talking about Chick-fil-A, I want to know more about it. When you opened, was in the same location that you have nowadays?
Yes, been there for 20 years.
Same place.
Same place. They've modified the building a few times. We've gone through a couple of remodels. Facelift. We try to freshen it up. We serve about 1,500 people a day, so that much traffic. If you had it through your living room, you'd want to change the furniture
Once
often.
in a while.
Yeah, once in a while.
Now, the menu is changed. Well,
It has, taste change through America, and we've taken several things off the menu. We've tried several things. We've been a test store for different products, and some of them have gone well, some of them have not gone well. And but the changing tastes of America brings us, to the current menu and where we're at today.
well, I was never really too crazy about spicy things. People think that because I'm from Colombia, we eat spicy food, and we don't. We speak Spanish, but we don't eat spicy food. And I was very surprised last week that I went with my grandchildren. I tried the spicy chicken. It was actually very good. I mean, I like it.
Good.
And usually I'm not too crazy about spicy, but it was actually very good.
Yeah, we try. It's got a little range to it that it's supposed to be in the spiciness, and not too much because I'm not crazy about spicy stuff either. But it's a good range that it falls within, and just a little kick.
Yeah, people go, oh, you speak Spanish. I bet you love spicy food. No. In Colombia, we do not eat spicy food. Well, in Mexico, they do, but Colombia is different. The food is different. So you have changed the menu also. I mean, things come and go. And any, and I'm getting you off guard here, but any stories, a good story about your restaurant. I do know that you had some people from one of the movies that came to Chick-fil-A.
We've had several folks come through there, different, of course, Eric Walden from Dublin here that plays in the NFL, and Bebe Thomas will come in, and different ones. And so we've had, more of my team members will recognize folks whenever they come in. We have an operator Facebook page, and so whenever someone famous comes in any of the stores, they're always quick to post a picture and put it on there. But this past year we lost Truett Cathy, our founder. He died this past October, and his wife actually passed away just last week.
Right.
And so it's been. I always thought in my earlier years that whenever that time came, that Truett passed away and he was not anywhere with us anymore, it was going to be kind of different. And Dan's done a great job. The children, Dan, Bubba, and Trudy, have done a great job steering Chick-fil-A and the third generation.
He was such a people's people. When my son Felipe was doing the internship, he was very personal.
Oh, yes.
With them. I mean, he was not one of those people that is up there and nobody can reach him or talk to him. He was very nice.
Everybody was on a first name basis
Yeah.
at Chick-fil-A, and so when you ran into Truett, you spoke to Truett, you called him Truett, and many other people called him Mr. Cathy, but he was always, when he came into the restaurant or whatever, that he was just a real person.
Yes, real nice, real sweet. I guess, for you, because you have won a lot of awards with Chick-fil-A. Being like great, wonderful restaurant. I mean, for several years.
Yeah, we won Chick-fil-A's Symbol of Success Award, which is a big sales increase, and we've also been recognized for several quality awards, that kind of thing. But it's due to the team that we have. We have great people that work there, and I'm so thankful to have those people. And because we are closed Sundays, I feel like we're able to get some really great people that want to work with us.
Well, talking about that, and again, something that no one knows, I have been in touch with you when it comes to the people that work at your restaurant. And I remember at one point you had some people that spoke Spanish, and I was so impressed one more time with you that you took the time, even though they understood English, but it was kind of iffy, you took the time to invite me to sit with them and talk to them to make sure they understood everything. I mean, not everybody takes the time to do that when it comes to employment. People usually, well, if they don't know 100% something, I'm not going to bother with them. But you took the time, you sat with them and called me, so I was there, and that impressed me too.
Well, thank you.
That you are also very personal with your employees.
We utilize
Your
her as much as
employers.
we can.
Huh?
So, no, but we thank you for doing that. I mean, that's a community service that you've provided for us and offered to do.
And I love that. I mean, I love it. But I was very impressed with you for that too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a real nice place to work. The way what I saw.
We've had several folks that work for us. Miss Laura that was in our dining room for years and years, and she's now retired. But several folks we've got over 15 years experience, so have been with us.
Exactly. I know you were the chairperson for the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, ma'am.
And anything in particular that happened that year that stood out?
Oh, that was such a whirlwind. We were honored. I was honored to be asked to lead the chamber that year, and I followed Jay Studstill, and Jay did an outstanding job helping guide the chamber through the time that after I think the Development Authority was splitting off, and Cal did an exceptional job with that, and Miss Willie continued on with the chamber. But just trying to in my year, just trying to bring some of the technology pieces in there. We'd already started the website, but we were trying to bring in things like credit card payments and tie in the Facebook page and just all those back office systems to make like Malia's job a whole lot easier.
Right.
Because we had been doing so many things for a long time the old way, and it was time to
the same way. Time to change.
trying to modernize a little
more
bit.
technology involved. And
Make her job a little bit easier because she wears so many hats and does a fantastic job.
Yes, I'm amazed with her too. Yes, so that was the year after Jay Studstill. That was great. I mean, technology. I know it's kind of hard sometimes to, but if you don't go that route, you're gonna miss the train. I mean, everything is gonna keep going, and you're gonna be.
Well, I think
left.
the city of Dublin, Lawrence County has been great about keeping up with technology, and I think we're doing a good job in the schools, but we need to continue that and stay on top of it. Having the technical college here and the career academy being on the forefront of making all these decisions and staying ahead of the curve so that we can be productive for the employers that we'll be bringing in the future.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna take another short break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Locke Wilford. Get more excitement, more innovation, more reasons to celebrate during Dublin Nissan's Free to Choose event.
At Dublin Nissan, you're free to choose. Nissan Altima starting at $18,988 or 72 months at 0%. All new Muranos and Rogues, 60 months with no interest.
Dublin Nissan, the only dealer you will ever need.
All right, we're back. I'm here with David Roberts, Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. All right. I'm sure that after being the chairperson for a year, sometimes we plan a lot of things and we just don't have time to do things. Was that something that happened to you, that after you finish your year you thought, oh man, I didn't have time for this or this or that?
Oh yes, you go into it being the chair-elect, and then the next year that you're the chairperson, and then the year after you're the past chair, and just going into it, I mean, there's so much to learn, trying to get your hands around the job, and Miss Willie did a fantastic job, and did so for years and years, and she was great at helping me learn my role and what I needed to do, and try and capture all that. But just trying to go with our program of work, and it seemed like there was so much that we wanted to do, and we did get a lot done. But thankfully there's a great board there, and you can hand off. Delegate, things that did not get finished up, but continue on, and there's still more work to do. That's one of the great things about Dublin is the quality of people that are here.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. I would not trade being anywhere else.
Exactly. I feel the same way. Exactly the same way. What would you recommend to a newcomer or a new business, small or large, why they should join the Chamber of Commerce?
Oh, there's no decision there. You need to join. You need to be a part of it. Get out, get involved, become one of the board members if you can possibly have the time to do that. Also go to the events. to the business after hours, make great connections. I mean, we felt like that would be one of the important things for us, and it really has been through the years. It's gotten us involved and allowed us to participate in many things.
Right. And you know, when you're involved with your community, the community sense that. They know and they recognize you. When people, I mean, I've seen you at work, and the same way you're at work, hardworking person you are when you are volunteering for other things. So people notice that, people recognize that, and really like you for what you do.
Well, thank you.
Let me tell you, I'm very happy you accepted my invitation to be here.
I'm
with me
honored. Thank
today.
you. It's been my pleasure.
Is there anything you want to mention before we finish? I know that we were talking about Miss Willie Park doing a great job for almost 25 years.
Oh yeah, she was very educational to me in the early years. You know, coming in very green in my younger years, and she, you know, told me how I need to wear my name tag and everything all the way up. I still laugh with her a lot of times about first time she met it. I think I had it on this side, and she said, no, it needs to be over here. So when you greet people, that you can meet them this way, and you know, just little things like that. She was so, you know, so gracious to us and helpful through us throughout the years, and same thing to the community and the people here. So we cannot thank her enough for her service here.
Yeah, that personal friendship, I mean, everything together, and help and guidance and everything.
Exactly.
It's been a pleasure
Thank
having
you so much.
here and talking to you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you all of you for watching, and until next time.